Hello, my little mathematicians. Today we are looking at patterns in algebra, and this is our guided worksheet. We're going to be looking at patterns like this. In class we will have matchsticks for you to play with, so you can actually feel and see how things work. But this is our guided worksheet, so we will be just going over the main concepts. So from this matchstick pattern, by the end of this, you'll be able to identify that a pattern's happening. You can use the pattern to construct a rule. So this is what I'll be teaching you down here in this area. And you can use a table of values. So this is a table of values here to construct a graph on a Cartesian plane. Well, in this case, it's just the first quadrant. So let's get into it. So if you're looking at our spatial pattern, I'll just show you how everything links. This is spatial pattern 1, this is spatial pattern 2, spatial pattern 3, and in the first lot of questions it'll ask you to do 2 more, but we're only going to do 1. So you'll see here that it's got spatial pattern 1. So when we do algebra, we don't like writing out big lots of words. So what we do is we let whatever the thing is equal a letter, and that's what algebra is about. We call them pronumerals, but I'm just, for simplification, it's just saying that this is a letter. So let the spatial number equal n for number, okay? And the number of matchsticks, so I'm just going to put that there as well. N needs to go there because that's what it's represented by. And the outcome number is m for matchsticks. You can make it any letter, but really it's a nice idea to link what the concept is with a letter, but you must let everyone know. So that's what this means, let everyone know what it is. So for my first spatial number 1, you'll see that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matchsticks. So that's all you have to do is count them. 5 matchsticks are needed to make that spatial pattern 1. How many are needed for the next one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 needed for the next one. So you can see it's a pattern because it's repeating. So we already know that we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How many do you think you need to add to make the next pattern? Just let you think about that for a sec. Write down what you think, because remember, it doesn't matter if you're wrong, but it does matter if you're not thinking. So once you've made up your mind what it might be, how many did we have to add to make it, make the next pattern? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to add 4. So that's just me saying it quietly. So if I add 4 to here, it should be 17. Now let's check our answer. So this is my rough bit of those ones. So how many do I have to add? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 16, 17. Yay, that works. All right. So you will draw the next one and put the number in, but what really is important, what if I have an insane amount of spatial patterns or spatial number, like 100? Now, ain't nobody got time for that. We do probably not have enough matchsticks to make 100 little upside down houses. Okay, so we need to be able to use a rule or a formula for us to be able to calculate it. So the way we go about it is, we've already determined that we are going up by 4s, aren't we? So that means for every spatial pattern, I need 4 more matchsticks. So if we're looking at our rule, the number of matchsticks I need, so matchsticks equals something times the number of spatial patterns plus I don't know. So I know for my first one, if we have a look here, my first one here, I know for me to make the next one along, I need 4 matchsticks for every spatial pattern that I have. So I need to add 4 new matchsticks. So if I have a look at this, 4n does not equal 5. So I've got, you need to add a number, sometimes you have to take away, but because we've done indices, we know that we can have a plus and a minus. So in this case, for this to work, 4 times n, so 4 times 1, 4 times 1 does not equal 5, does it? So what do I have to add to get 5? 1, fantastic. I know you can all do that. Now, if this is what we think our rule is, what we need to do is then spend the time to see if it works for something else. So I'm going to try this with when n equals 3. What does m equal? So in this case, I've got 4 times, and instead of writing n, I write 3 plus 1. So what's 4 times 3? 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. Oh my God, that works. So this should be the rule for that spatial pattern above. So equals 13. Fantastic. Now what if n equals 100? Again, we probably don't have enough, so enough matchsticks, so m. Okay, so what we're going to do now, if n equals 100, we're going to swap it into our equation. So we call that substitution. We'll be doing that, more of that next lesson. But we go 4 times 100 plus 1, and because we know our BODMAS or our BIDMAS, whatever you want, 4 times 100 is 400, plus 1 is I will need 401 matches, and that's a lot. Now we'll look at the next bit. You can see that I'm going to plot them. Now over here, so my spatial number is the independent variable. It's a thing that we change, and the outcome depends on what spatial number that is. So in maths, we always put the independent variable down the bottom. So here I have to put my n. We have to put the n, and on our graphs that's usually the x value, and our y-axis is going to be the m for matches. Right, so now we use those coordinates. Okay, so now we need to plot them. I just made the graph smaller so we can see it. So 1, 5, so we go across 1 up to 5 and put a dot. That's much nicer than mine. 2, 9, so we go across 2 up to 9 and put a dot. 3, we go 3, 13, so across 3, up 13, always across first, up to 13, and the next one is 4, 17, 4, 17, put a dot. Okay, if I have 0, it's not the way it works, you can see that my straight line should go like that. And that would be the equation of the line. Notice it starts at +1, and that's to do with this +1 here. The other thing I need you to notice is when we have the formula over here for n, so this says if I have n number of spatial patterns, my outcome is whatever. So here we just write the rule. Now in algebra, when numbers and letters are together, it means it's times. So you'll see over here there's a times, and I didn't write it in this bit because if they're sitting next to each other it means they're multiplied. With all that information, I hope you have no hassles in completing the must-do tasks.